Hello and welcome. You're watching Newsx with me, Devika Chopra. An unprecedented large number of people gathered at the New Delhi railway station late last night. They hope to board trains to visit the Mahakumbh Mela in Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj. As the unsuspected crowd made its way to the platforms, what they did not see coming was a huge stampede that would eventually turn their lives upside down. At least 18 people have died in the tragedy in New Delhi yesterday. This includes 5 children. Meanwhile, 10 are critically injured. The eldest victim was 79 years old and the youngest was just 7. The tragedy took place on platform 14 and 15 of the New Delhi railway station. The crowd was waiting for the Prayagraj Special and the Prayagraj Express, two completely separate trains. According to the police, it was confusion over the names of the trains plying that triggered the stampede. Additionally, 3 other trains were delayed and the delays further exacerbated panic amongst the people and made the situation worse. You can of course see those visuals on your screens. People at the train station were so desperate to escape that some started climbing the trains itself. The rush led to several passengers fainting, with many having passed away from asphyxiation. Newsx has spoken to several eyewitnesses who recounted the horrors that unfolded at New Delhi railway station late yesterday. Listen in.
लोगों के बीच में अनाउंसमेंट की कंफ्यूजन भी थी और लोग ऐसा कह रहे थे कि रॉन्ग अनाउंसमेंट भी हुआ है। कभी वो बोलते कि जो ट्रेन है वो 3 नंबर प्लेटफॉर्म पे आ रही है और बाद में अनाउंसमेंट हुआ कि 14 नंबर प्लेटफॉर्म पे आ रही है।
मैं आ रहा था, मेरा टिकट था मगध एक्सप्रेस का था 9:05 में, मेरा 14 प्लेटफॉर्म में मेरा टिकट था, मेरा स्लीपर का था टिकट था। तो मैं देखा तो बहुत भीड़ था, भीड़ के चलते मैं नीचे नहीं आ पाया।
पुलिस तो बाद में आई है, जब भगदड़ मच गई है ना तो लोग घायल हो गए थे तब पुलिस आई है।
भीड़ में फंस गया अचानक से, एकदम घुटने लगा, लोगों की जान चली गई।
अचानक भीड़ काफी इकट्ठा हो गई, उसकी भीड़ इकट्ठा होने की वजह से लोग भागने लगे, निकलने की जगह नहीं बच रही थी, ट्रेन आ चुकी थी प्लेटफॉर्म पर। जब धक्का लगा तो लोग गिर गए सीढ़ियों पर, उसके बाद पुलिस वाले आ गए, उन्होंने भी 2-4 मतलब भीड़ कम करने के लिए लाठीचार्ज करना, मतलब
ट्रेनें लेट थी कुछ, ट्रेनों की लेट की वजह से हुआ था ये सारी काम। नहीं तो होता नहीं तो डेली सारी आरपीएफ जीआरपी वाले सारे अच्छे से सारी चीज़ें कर रहे थे।
पूरा दम ठेलम सब नीचे फंस गया, सबके पैर वही सब गिर गया, वही सब चपा के मर गया। 2-2 साल 3-3 साल का बच्चा मर गया।
भगदड़ एकदम से ऊपर से आने लग गई और बस उसी में सब ऊपर चल के जा रहे थे, हमारे ऊपर से सबके ऊपर उसी में दब गई। शायद देखा नहीं, हमें शायद नीचे गिर गई, मतलब सब साथ में थे, मतलब नीचे गिर गई, हम सब भी मतलब लड़खड़ा के गिर गए सारे।
हमारे साथ परिवार में काफ़ी लोग थे, 13 से 14 लोग थे जो जा रहे थे साथ में, जिसमें 5 लोग घायल हुए हैं, 6 लोग वैसे घायल हुए हैं, 4 मेजर हैं, 3 मेजर हैं, 1 की डेथ हो गई है।
ऐसे सीढ़ी 14 के प्लेटफार्म के लिए उतरते ही लोग भीड़ इतनी प्रेशर बढ़ गई नीचे और ऊपर से, वहाँ कोई प्रशासन का आदमी या कोई लोग तो था नहीं जो कि इसमें संभालता, भीड़ को नियंत्रित करता, कुछ आगे एक-एक करके निकालता।
Well, viewers, what we've just heard from these eyewitnesses is that a surge in ticket sales, delays in trains plying and a last-minute platform change triggered the tragedy. But that's not all. Several eyewitnesses have also pointed to the lack of preparation as being a contributory factor to the severity of the stampede. The truth is that India is not alien to the concept of large crowds. We are the most populous country on the planet and therefore we do know how to manage large crowds. This is not the first time that this has happened, but there have been situations where over and over again managing crowds has not resulted in any sort of a systemic tabulation of what needs to be done. Every time a tragedy happens, we have the same conversation about crowd management. We come up with some sort of a understanding of what can be done next, but it seems as though none of that is really put into practice, and the cops and the authorities only wake up once lives have been lost. That has become the unfortunate way But I will once again try to have this conversation on what could have possibly been done to avoid such a situation. Even if there is confusion and misinformation on the platform changes, what can be done to tackle such large crowds in the first place? Is it an emergency response system? Do we now need to seriously look at bringing in some state-of-the-art technology to be put into place in certain heavy crowd railway stations? For example, the New Delhi railway station, the Mumbai railway stations, some of the cities which witness large influx of people on the railway stations. We have to look at bringing some sort of new technology into place that can aid the humans that are supposed to be monitoring the situation. Considering that people were headed to the Mahakumbh Mela, should a separate entry gate perhaps have been made to accommodate them? Should the train have not been called the Prayagraj special but maybe the Mahakumbh special? And maybe that could have helped people in avoiding the confusion in the first place. I'm going to take that conversation